It's a humongous lie. It's the exact opposite of a fact.
And it does for a perfectly rational reason.
No, it doesn't happen. For any reason, it doesn't happen. Full stop. You're completely wrong. It's not a fact. Idiot.
This side's moving very slowly. This
Idiot.
side's moving very fast.
Idiot.
Obviously, this side is escaping the energy.
Idiot.
This side is not.
What a complete and utter made up crap. Made up crap. Made up by Gary, pilot face, prat headed, dickhead, fucking wanker. What a load of old crap. You really believe this shit? Why do you believe things without testing them? Only an idiot does that. Well, that's my answer. He's an idiot. And he always looks so pleased with himself after he's made these announcements. He used to just drop the chalk to the floor. It's like drop the mic time, innit? You know, game over. And he'd do that with his hands, wouldn't he? Game over. Simple enough for you people. You should be able to understand. What we understand is, Gary, that you're a lime sack of shit. We understand that perfectly well. Because you prove that to us every day. That you that we can rely on you for. On that we can rely you. But I can't get my fucking words out today.
So, all of his experiments are essentially junk.
Just look at that miserable fucking face of his. He called me unhappy, says the reason I'm so unhappy. Do I look unhappy?
They're way incomplete at minimum and deceptive at the worst.
They're just reasonable experiments that I've proven over and over again are correct. Just a weasel like you can't face the facts because that makes you look a prick. Well, it just proves that you're a prick. You need to move on, Gary. Look, seriously. Just take, if you don't want to give up physics, and I don't blame you because it is interesting, it is challenging. Just take a bit of time off. I mean, face reality. Because how can you move forward from this point if you're just going to spend the? If from this point forward you determine that you're not going to face the reality of what's been shown to you, and you're not going to spend any money doing the experiment yourself, you're not going to press aero soap breeze or anybody else to do the experiment for you. He's just going to. I don't think he's going to do it. I hope he does. But if he doesn't, is it a he or it could be a she? I don't know. But if he or she does actually do the experiment, fantastic, you know what I mean? And if he gets different results, then well, we'll look at why. That's what you need to be doing. You shouldn't be. I don't think. As long as he does it proficiently, he shouldn't get different results. There's no earthly reason why he should. I'm 100% confident of that. Why aren't you willing to commission that experiment, Gary? Yeah, if I could look, if I could afford, I'd spend some money and I'd send it to you or somebody else, JPG Richie, somebody we can trust. I say, look, you spend the money on the experiment. You pay. If I could afford it, and I can't, so the best I can do is do the work myself with equipment that nobody else knows how to use for some reason, even though it's simple equipment. I think because I'm an electrician, like, and I spent all my life having to do things on the cheap, I know how to get the best out of equipment. How I can use this piece of equipment that's only basically a multi-track recorder, digital multi-track recorder, a DAW, DAW. I can get the best out of that. I can use it for so many experiments. I use that for so many things. You wouldn't believe the tests I do on it. I don't just use it as a multi-track recorder. As you can see there, I use it as a timer, a very, very efficient, accurate timer, timing to the thousandth of a second. By the way, Gary, you didn't seem to understand what the numbers meant. The 4-digit numbers. The first digit was the second, and the 3 digits after that, those were thousandths of a second. So if it said 1999, that would mean 1 millisecond of 2 seconds. You know what I mean? 1 second and 999 milliseconds. Milliseconds are a thousandth of a second. I'm sure you know that, but just in case, because you did seem confused. You were trying to read the numbers and you didn't know how to read the numbers. And then one point you said, well, you can ignore the last number. What? Well, you know that the whole point of the experiment is to measure it accurately. Why would you ignore the last number, you prick? We want to see the last number. We want to see the thousandth of a second. It's important. If you disregard the last number, then we're only measuring to a hundredth of a second. Now, yes, a hundredth of a second is, uh, if you, yes, in racing, like, somebody's crossing the finishing line, you only measure a hundredth of a second, don't you? But here, this is physics, this is science. You were supposed to be the person who insists on accuracy and detail, and you just casually said, "Oh, forget that last number. It doesn't matter." And 413 millimeters, you didn't know what that meant. You said, "I have no idea what that means." What? How can you possibly be so ignorant that you don't know what 413 millimeters means? At least you could stop and think for a minute. Let me have a little think. Well, if there's 1,000 millimeters in a meter, and a meter is about 4 inches roughly over a yard, oh yeah, it's about that. You learn. Just look at the fucking video. I show you. I point to it. I say, look, here's the start and here's the end. It's about like that. What's wrong with you, man? Seriously, guys, physics isn't for you. Honestly, I'm not being nasty now. I'm just being thingy. I think you could take an interest in physics, but without taking on this role that you're taking on of pretending that you're an expert. If we go back to 2013, I think was it or 16? I found a video from about 2016, I think it was, where you were being quite a nice person then, or you seemed to be at any rate. Maybe it was just a freak video, but you were talking about some theory about the double slit experiment, and you were being fine there. I liked the way you were. This was before I actually knew you. I was looking at an old video that came up, and you were being quite rational, saying, "Well, this is what I think could be happening, and that or that, but I'm not sure, and I'm just thinking it through. You know what I mean? Fair enough. I accept that. That's great. You're just being honest. But at some point along the line, you've got ahead of yourself. That's what's happened, Gary. Is you've got ahead of yourself, and you've started believing your own, what's the word? Your own publicity, so to speak. You believe in your own propaganda that you are now above fucking Einstein and Feynman and everybody else, Waterlooing. You'll call on these people when it suits you to stand up to speak on your behalf, misinterpreting what they said. But anyway, enough said about Rappel. I just want to show people the evidence that you're talking shit again, I'm afraid. Look, I don't hate on you all the time. That's why I was able to send you a thank you message the other day. Look, say thank you for, at least giving some ground. And okay, you took it away again straight away. It's not my fault that you're a fucking prat. But I was, admit, you can't deny that I at least wrote that message and it's still there. I've not said anything nasty on top of it. It's still there saying thank you for, and some detail about how to move things forward. But you say no, it wouldn't be good enough for you if I dropped all my videos in acid for you. Well, that's just moronic. You just show yourself up to be a bitter and twisted, selfish, arrogant weasel, little tiny, sad failure of a man. You're just not stepping up to the plate. You're a coward. We don't want you in our fucking army. We don't want you on our side. We don't want you, Gary. Go away. You're useless to us. You are not fighting for truth. You're not fighting for facts. You are fighting against truth and facts. You're just a sad little man wasting everybody's time because you are sad. Well, I'm sorry, Gary, but your sadness isn't our problem. I would like to alleviate your sadness somehow if I could, which is why I sent you those slits a few years ago, thinking, oh, this guy seems interested and he can't afford the proper slit, so I bought them for you. I didn't know you were fucking rich, relatively rich. When you got $4 to spend at the drop of a hat, you were rich by my standards. When you can bet 10 grand and you can raise 10 grand just like that, but you're rich by my standards. But you're very, very poor by the standards that really matter. I'm rich right now, Gary. Rich. My heart is full and swelling with pride, really. I'm proud that I've done these experiments. I know they aren't brilliant, but I'm proud that I've done them. And I'm proud of all the people who stood by me and spoke up for me. I'm really proud and touched by the nice people who spoke up for me, because I know that Ian M person, he's been punished by you for speaking up on my behalf. Not, he wasn't being overly supportive of me. He was just being honest, saying, I can't remember exactly his message, but you blocked him. I mean, you thrown him under the bus like you threw Michael Fowler under the bus. You throw anybody under the bus who isn't willing to support your evil strategy. You're like Hitler. That's who you're like. You are. You're there in your little bunker. Let's say no more.
All right. Anyway, so comments.